Hey everyone, Tech OG here, who's all about tech and travel. This is going to be a quick review of the Razer Plus 2023 version. I purchased a used one on eBay about a week ago, and I'm sad to say I couldn't even last a week with it. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of videos that I've watched that said, is it worth it? I've read the specs, I've played with it, and it did have a lot going on for it. And trust me when I say it had a lot going on for it. I mean, the cover screen was immersive. You can actually use the phone closed. You didn't have to necessarily open it up to use whatever app you wanted on the cover screen. So I was able to record video, take pictures, read emails, surf the web, even play games. Emulated games, regular Android games. I was able to do everything on the cover screen. Even use Nova Launcher. Yes, I was able to put Nova Launcher on there. Use the folders. Everything on it. But there was one small thing, small/big thing that made me return it. And I owe my wife $30 because she said that I couldn't last 30 days. And she was right. I thought I could. I really thought. Even the ability to take macro shots with one of the lenses on the cover screen, that was really cool. A lot of great features for it. Form factor was great. The hinge wasn't as sturdy as your Samsung devices, your 4 devices, but I could have lived with that. But there was one thing I couldn't live with. And as someone that needs this particular thing to actually work with the profession that I'm in, this should have worked much more than it didn't. And that was the actual cameras. No, the cameras were decent. It's just that the pictures weren't. When I looked at the pictures, just too grainy. It didn't have a lot of depth of field. It just didn't pop the way that I wanted them to pop. Even with my Galaxy Note 10 Plus that I'm using to record with, this takes way better pictures than the Razer. I can understand the price point of the Razer, where they had to take out certain things or it couldn't put in as much in certain places on the phone to keep the price point of the phone the way it was. And I guess one of those points was the actual results of the camera. Even though it did process some pictures okay, I was just not thrilled at all with the actual way the pictures looked. And I wasn't even thrilled with the ultra wide camera on the phone, where it didn't cover a lot of area. It did have some ultra wide, but it wasn't as wide as most ultra wide lenses were on other phones. So like I said, they had to take away from certain areas to keep the price point down, but now I understand why. And I now have to go back to Samsung, my trusted brand. And basically on Friday, I'm going to try out the Flip 5. I was going to go for the Flip 6, but that's a little too expensive right now. Plus, a lot of the features on the Flip 6, I know that I would not be using on a day-to-day basis. So it's, for me particularly, it wouldn't be worth it to get the 6. So that's why I'm going for the 5, which is basically a year old. So it's still a good phone, and there's going to be a lot of AI components that you can have for the Flip 5 through an update that you can use on it. I would say, how can I put it? I can say instant translation that you can have on the double screen. That's not going to be available as part of the AI features in the update for the 5. You can only get that for the 6. And that's understandable because that's going to be one of the selling points for the 6. So if you want instant translation, you gotta get the 6. They're not gonna put on the 5 or anything below it. So I can understand that. And that's one thing, even as a teacher, if I would have a student that does speak English, that would be a godsend thing. But I don't see myself using it even as a teacher with students, because a lot of my foreign speaking students from other countries, they learn English very, very fast. Very smart kids. So I teach music. Music is a universal language, so I can teach them symbols. I can teach them positions. I can teach them how to play an instrument without having to use a lot of words. I can use gestures and fingerings and things like that, and they can still learn a lot in my classroom. So I'm pretty good with that. So when I am traveling in the future, especially when I retire in 3 more years, when I'm going to different countries, then using instant translation would be godsend then. But other than that, it is a good phone. Don't get me wrong. Very good phone, especially getting it used. Getting it used, the prices are phenomenal. I kid you not. But like I said, the camera quality, the picture quality is not there. So that's why I'm going back to Samsung. Oh yeah, plus another feature that is not on the Razr that I really appreciated on the Samsung devices, using dual apps and saving the dual apps. So every time you open up dual apps, you can actually open up an icon that has the 2 apps together so that it'll pop up. And that's very essential, especially if you're traveling and you want to check prices on Uber and Lyft at the same time. You can do that on the Samsung. Could not do that on the Razr. Now, you could open up 2 apps at the same time. It's just that you couldn't save them. And I do not want to always, when I'm wanting to go on Uber and Lyft, to open up both, to check both, and then when you close the phone, they disappear. No, I like to have them saved, and I can only do that on a Samsung device. But hopefully in future renditions of Razrs, you will have that option to save dual apps, hopefully one day. But until then, good phone, but I'm not going to go with you until certain features that I like are implemented on your phone. And that's basically the end of my review. Great phone, great features, just not enough. I hope you enjoyed the review, and if you did, definitely hit a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video.